high definition. Your breaking news and weather authority. This is WITN News at 6.
Good evening and thanks so much for joining us. I'm Lynette Taylor. Dave Jordan is on assignment. A police officer is on paid administrative leave after detectives say he shot a man while serving misdemeanor arrest warrants in Craven County. And that's where we find Brendan King, who's been following this story all day. And Brendan, the officer's identity was released late this afternoon.
Yeah, that's right, Lynette. Officer Clinton York is on paid administrative leave from the police department here after they say he shot John Snyder on Sunday. For the family of the 29-year-old, it's the second tragedy for them. Just 9 years ago, they lost another son. In Craven County's affluent community of 4,000, where Trentwood's families have manicured lawns and homes decorated for the holidays, one of those families is reeling from a loss.
Anytime you have a death is a tragic situation for a family to deal with, regardless of the circumstances. And I'm sure this is no different with this family.
But Sunday afternoon, State Bureau of Investigation detectives combed through evidence of a shooting that happened just before 11 a.m. at 106 Camellia Road. They say 31-year-old Trentwood's officer Clinton York and another officer came to serve misdemeanor larceny warrants to 29-year-old John Snyder at the home, but things turned violent.
When they went there, he produced what appeared to be a handgun and pointed at the officers, and one of the officers fired. And Mr. Snyder died as a result of that.
But Thomas says this isn't the first fatal event at the home. In December of 2005, Snyder, then 20 years old, stabbed his 21-year-old brother Stephen to death after an argument. He later pled guilty to involuntary manslaughter. After hearing of yesterday's shooting, several neighbors were shocked.
We had a tragedy here a few years back. His brother was killed, so I said, oh my God, not that family again.
One neighbor who didn't want to go on camera says what happened here yesterday doesn't surprise her, especially after the stabbing 9 years ago. They say after hearing the gunshots, they knew somehow John Snyder was involved.
I'll meet with SBI agents and review their findings, and from that we'll make a determination as to whether or not the shooting by the officer was justified.
According to the Trentwood's Police Department webpage, Officer York was a Beaufort County deputy for 5 years before coming here in August of 2012. He also served as a detention officer with the Craven County Sheriff's Office for 3 years. Lynette, as for Snyder, he leaves behind a mother, father, younger brother, and a young son. Reporting live in Trentwoods, I'm Brendan King, WITN News.
All right, Brendan, thanks so much. And Thomas says that the results of the SBI's findings should be available in the next week to 10 days. We'll let you know when we have more information. Well, testimony began late Monday afternoon in the trial of a Pitt County man accused of killing his neighbors more than 3 years ago. In September of 2011, deputies were called to a mobile home on Roberts Drive after neighbors complained of a foul odor. Investigators said that's when they found Samuel Bradley and Alice Hardy shot to death, their bodies left to decompose. At the time, documents showed one witness heard Joey Owens say that he was going to get Bradley after a theft at his home. Amber Davis, who was Owens's live-in girlfriend, testified in Pitt County Court today that Owens told her he had killed the couple. She told jurors that Owens asked for Clorox and said he dumped the weapon in a pond and burned his clothes and shoes. Davis added that Owens told her he first shot Bradley twice in the head and then shot Hardy more than once. Well, today the judge says the double murder trial should take most of the week. Protest over the grand jury's decision in Missouri and New York to not indict white officers for the deaths of 2 unarmed black men have popped up all over the country today. Those protests hit one local university campus, and demonstrators say this isn't just a black and white cause.
Wake up, people, wake up! Wake up!
Hundreds gathered chanting phrases that are now part of a national movement.
Hands up! Don't shoot! Hands up! Don't shoot!
From the words spoken by protesters in Ferguson, Missouri, where 18-year-old Mike Brown was shot after a scuffle with a police officer.
We can't breathe! We can't breathe!
The last words from Eric Garner of New York, who was choked to death after being questioned about selling illegal cigarettes. Now there's a new outcry by protesters at ECU in Greenville.
This isn't about Mike Brown or Trayvon Martin or Ferguson or Eric Garner. This is about America. This is about the people.
Many of the people that were demonstrating out here were not just students at East Carolina. There were also professors who were in line chanting alongside them.
From the very beginning, we wanted to make sure we included everyone. So we emailed pretty much every organization, all the way down from fraternities to science groups to some of their sports. Like, we emailed everyone.
Some students passed by, stopping to hear.
I mean, it is kind of moving to see everyone out here.
I thought it was really moving and like wondering what they were all yelling, and I feel like they're trying to make a difference, but the court case has already been made, and I feel like we can't really do much about it. But it is good to bring awareness to stop the police violence, so that is a good thing.
Organizers say while this is the first protest, it will not be their last.
The main point is that these people you see here, these are the leaders. They're the ones. The more people we have to push this cause for humanity, because it's not just a Black Lives Matter thing, it's a humanity thing.
Well, the protest went on throughout the day. Campus police stood by for everyone's protection, but there were no reports of any problems. Well, many of you have been commenting on this story on WITN.com and on our Facebook page. One commenter posted and said, quote, "We were protesting for injustice in all situations. This was about humanity." And another commenter on WITN.com said, quote, "Poor misguided folks, pity them. Education is not doing them any favors," unquote. You can, of course, leave your comments on WITN.com and on our Facebook page. Well, moving on to our weather forecast, we had peaks of sunshine through the clouds all day, but we could have some rain move in tonight. Meteorologist Matt Engelbrecht has a look at where those showers are now. Matt.
Yeah, I think if you head to bed 10, 11 o'clock tonight, you really won't notice much of the rain showers unless you're watching us from Cape Hatteras, Avon, Waves, Rodanthe. That's where we're seeing some of the heaviest showers right now. Notice how they're drifting back further inland. A lot of these won't make it that far inland. Highway 17 is about the dividing line on most of this rain shower activity. Notice no thunderstorms, so some light to moderate showers. Already had some problems on Highway 12. Of course, we had the full moon a couple days ago, the high tide. You combine all those elements with the wind, and we did have Highway 12 shut down for a few hours today. It sounds like that has been reopened. The rest of the area, 45 degrees right now in Greenville, 46 in Kinston. The dew points in low 40s. We're going to get some more dry air working its way in here, which means the 30s return to the forecast for overnight hours. So what's that mean? We've got 16 days until Christmas. All this week, we're looking at calm winds after Tuesday, because it's still going to be windy into tomorrow morning. Mid-50s, also dry conditions. So if you're going to be hanging up some of those lights out there, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday look great. Even the weekend, we got the 50s. We'll take a look at that forecast here in just a little bit. Lynette?
All right, good weather, like you said, to hang up those decorations.
Yeah.
Thanks so much, Matt.
Sure.
Well, another person has been charged for a riot that police said led to a murder on Thanksgiving. 20-year-old DeAndre Phelps was arrested Friday in Raleigh for felony riots in Plymouth in Washington County. Police say Phelps and two other men started a riot that resulted in guns being fired and one man being killed. Phelps is not charged with the murder of Cosmel Norman. Two people are in custody, though, for that crime. O.G. Wynn of Roper and Michael Jones of Columbia. Their bonds are set at $2 million each, and their next court date is scheduled for tomorrow. A fire at a local business is now under investigation. Officials are investigating a fire that damaged 1 of 3 buildings at a storage rental business over the weekend. It happened about 10 o'clock Saturday night at the Storage Units on West Beaufort Road in Beaufort. The town says the fire was under control in about 15 minutes, but crews stayed on scene for several hours, putting out hot spots as each storage unit had to be entered. No one was injured in the fire, and the county fire marshal was called in to investigate how it started. A mail carrier faces charges for an accident that police say caused a woman to swerve into a house. Greenville police say it happened around 11 o'clock in the morning at the intersection of Douglas Avenue and Continua Street. Officers say a U.S. Postal Service truck driven by Quenisha Roscoe struck the back driver's side of a Nissan Sentra, causing the car to smash into the side of the vacant house. Mitzi Patrick, the driver in that Nissan, was taken to Vidant Medical Center with non-life-threatening injuries. Police say they expect to charge the postal worker in this crash. Duke Energy received regulatory approval from the North Carolina Utilities Commission to acquire and construct 3 large solar facilities, 2 of which will be in eastern North Carolina. Those sites are in Duplin and Wilson counties, with the third in Bladen County, which is in the southeastern part of the state. The projects will begin construction in early 2015 and are expected to be completed by the end of 2015. More than 750 construction jobs are expected during the peak of construction at all 3 sites. The 3 projects are part of Duke Energy's $500 million solar expansion announced in September. They say these projects will help provide significant amounts of cost-effective renewable energy to benefit their customers. Well, young students learn some ABCs of a pirate's life with coach and now author Ruffin McNeil. And McNeil will soon take his ECU Pirates to the Birmingham Bowl, along with them, the 5th winner of the Burlsworth Trophy. We'll have details coming up.
Hearns Fine Jewelry warms the season of giving with irresistible pieces from 10 to 70% off. Exceptional artistry of Debakharov, the exclusive Nicholas Sparks collection, and the reflecting brilliance of Verragio. Make this Christmas forever personal. Hearns Fine Jewelry in New Bern.
Okay, buddy, what's your favorite kind of Cheerios?
Honey Nut. But chocolate is my other favorite. But apple cinnamon is my favorite too. And fruity. Oh yeah, and frosted.
Okay, but what's your most favorite of all?
The kind I have with you.
Me too.
Looks like the Garcias got a new car.
What'd they get?
I don't know. It's pretty nice. Maybe he got a raise.
Good for him.
Good for her.
The expectation-shattering Buick Enclave.
Celebrate the holidays and pay no interest for 5 years, plus get $500 purchase bonus cash on the 2015 Enclave.
When you call 1-800-BATHTUB, a rebath expert will come to your home and help you find the perfect custom solution. In as little as 1 day, we'll install your beautiful new bathtub, shower, or walk-in bathtub.
They left the house in perfect shape.
And the price was exactly what they quoted.
Call Rebath today at 1-800-BATHTUB for your free in-home estimate.
Please help support the Marines Toys for Tots Foundation this Christmas.
Drop off a new unwrapped toy to our Greenville studio by Thursday, December 11th.
Hearns Fine Jewelry, with collections from Debakharov, Slane, and Spark. Celebrating tradition, quality, and style. Discounting 10 to 70% through Christmas. Make this Christmas forever personal at Hearns Fine Jewelry, New Bern.
Well, Coach Ruffin McNeil moved from the field to the classroom to read his new children's book to a local Greenville elementary school. Now, Eastern Elementary packed out their auditorium with purple and gold theme and even a chant to make Coach Ruffin McNeil feel at home. Now, the coach opened up about how he's been inspired to write this first book, A Little Pirate's ABC. As Coach explained to us, it's all about surrounding yourself with the right people. Coach certainly did with the big launch. He signed and personalized books after a quick reading, providing plenty of smiles in exchange for all that support.
It's about surrounding yourself with the right people, and I think everyone should be given treated fairly, and there's no place for bullying, number one. But this book will be about surrounding yourself with great people.
And of course, you can get your own copy of Coach Ruff's book at CoachRuff.com for just $12.99. Some of the proceeds benefits Coach McNeil's foundation. Well, if you are interested in helping some young boys and girls, not only with the book, maybe you can help them with some toys. And I have one of the cute little toys that have come in for our Toys for Tots drive. We want to make sure every boy and girl has a toy under the tree for this Christmas. And we want to thank all the folks who have brought in donations thus far for our drive. Now, all you have to do is bring in a new unwrapped toy to our Greenville studio right here on Arlington Boulevard, Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Or you can go to our Washington newsroom at the G.W. Walker & Sons building. And we'll actually be there from Monday through Friday as well, from 9:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. and on Saturday mornings. You also have until December 11th to bring in all those toys, so time is starting to tick. And of course, if you're going to head out, you're going to make sure you have that coat handy. Some of us may need umbrellas, but not all of us, Matt. Right now, pretty dry here in Greenville.
Yeah, we're looking at coastal showers impacting the area. In fact, you can see that on the radar. That being said, you step outside. Now, I got a wall that is protecting me from the northerly wind, but you pick up a 13, 15 mile per hour wind, it's already going to feel like the mid-30s. Coming up after the break, we'll take a look at that rainfall forecast. You can see we do have some showers working their way further inland. We'll talk about how far they'll get in just about 2 minutes.
Leo Ventures Ford invites you to experience the different way we do business. We keep it simple and friendly. Each of our professional staff members has complete authority to assist you through your entire transaction. Visit us online at leoventuresford.com to see our new Ford inventory and our certified pre-owned vehicles. We're large enough to serve you and small enough to know you by name. Leo Ventures Ford in Aden, only 4.9 miles south of Greenville.
Breaking news is always on WITN.com.
Matthew. I want a new Ford Focus. Super fun to drive and amazing handling.
I've driven one. They're a blast.
When did you learn to drive?
During the Ford Dream Big Sales Event, get a Focus with 0 for 72 or get up to $4,585 in total savings.
If you were considering remodeling your bathroom, stop what you're doing and go to Brightons.com right now to check out this special offer. It's the holidays, which is usually a slow time for us. We have to keep our guys busy in January and February, which gives you a chance to save 15% on your bath remodel. Plus, get 12 months financing with 0 interest. Your order must be placed in December, so to save 15% on your bath remodel, call now or go to Brightons.com.
It's for you, Santa.
What I really need is a built Ford Tough F-150.
Everybody could use a little more towing power, over 11,000 pounds.
Get an F-150 with 0 for 60 or up to $8,250 in total savings during the Dream Big Sales Event at your Carolina Ford dealer.
In high definition, your Weather Authority forecast with meteorologist Matt Engelbrecht.
And welcome back. Pretty breezy out there. Started yesterday, had a breezy day on Sunday. Continued that trend for today. Created some problems along the Outer Banks. We've got a nor'easter working its way up the coast. And as promised, we'll go ahead and take a look at those the wind forecast the next 12 to 24 hours. Anywhere you see the purple, that includes Pitt County, Martin County, Williamston, Bertie County, even into Coleraine. That's a 15-plus mile-per-hour wind. You can see through the evening hours we carry a little bit of a northeasterly wind, 15 miles per hour plus. We hang on to a strong wind along the Outer Banks into tomorrow morning. Further inland, still a little chilly, but there is a little pink there right into Pamlico County and Craven County. So don't be surprised if you get some wind chill values in the mid to low 30s when you start the day on Tuesday. That's Tuesday at 6 a.m. After that, we keep the northerly wind in the forecast through the afternoon, but we start to weaken it by the time we hit the evening hours. As that sun goes down into our Wednesday morning, that nor'easter lifts up towards the north, and we're done. Now with the cloud, the wind, and also the rain. We'll talk about that in a second. Here's a look at those current values out there. Wind values coming in from the north, 12 in Greenville, 14 in New Bern, 15 in Jacksonville, kicking up through Englehart. You're also seeing 18 to 20 mile-per-hour winds through down east Carteret County, including parts of southern Craven County. So breezy tonight with those winds kicking and the temperatures falling down from the 40s into the 30s. We're going to wake up tomorrow morning with wind chill values in lower 30s, if not the upper 20s. Right now we're at 45 degrees in Greenville, 46 in Kinston. 51 degrees in Hatteras, reporting some rain moving through the area. And that all has to do with that nor'easter drifting up towards the northeast. As you go through the next couple of days, average high should be about 60 degrees this time of year. You can see it's going to be a pretty below average week with our afternoon highs. 49 on Tuesday, 51 degrees on Wednesday, and mid-40s on Thursday. This is going to be a dry forecast, but a cooler, below average one as well. Let's check out some of those rain bands kind of moving on shore. Time now about 6:18. Notice these are moving from right to left, parts of mainland Dare and Hyde County. Stumpy Point, Englehart, we may have a brief shower or two. The good news is this is lifting up towards the north, which means it's going to take most of the rain with it. Now, this model wants to overdo it a little bit. There's a lot of green showing up through parts of Pitt County, into Lenoir County, Greene County, Onslow County, and Jones County. I'll go ahead and ignore most of it. The heaviest showers will be situated right where that circulation is, so right along the Outer Banks and a little bit inland through mainland Dare and Hyde County. Through the evening hours, as that lifts out, it's going to take the cloud cover with it. We still have some cloud cover tomorrow morning. Also the wind. It's going to feel like the lower 30s when you start the day on Tuesday. By the time we hit the afternoon, notice how we clear out from left to right. So we start to bring in high pressure, drier air mass by Tuesday. As that sun goes down, you'll see a little bit more stars and hopefully the moon. I think we've got a new moon coming up as we just completed it, so a little bit of a half moon into our Tuesday night and into our Wednesday. A dry forecast, that's why I say if you decorated the lawn with the Christmas decorations this weekend, Frosty may have ended up down the street because of the winds today. Good news is going forward, if you're headed out on that ladder Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, don't have to worry about the winds until tomorrow afternoon. Then we start to weaken those winds, and then the dry forecast kind of dominates us. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday back into the mid-50s. So a pleasant weekend ahead. We got some more Christmas parades coming up on Saturday and Sunday. Be sure to stay tuned all this week. We'll take a look at those forecasts.
Well, you were talking about that wind, and all I could think about was my poor wreath that blew somewhere. I have no idea where it is right now.
Yep, the wreath, Frosty, anything out there. Hopefully you can put off getting up on that ladder until maybe Tuesday night or Wednesday, so you're not falling off.
Yeah, that's a good point, because I was going to try to put the wreath back on, but I think I'm going to give up for it. Give up until maybe Tuesday or Wednesday.
Yeah, put it back on. Maybe a couple of nails.
Or right super glue right on the side of my house.
Super glue.
Something
Go
like
with
that.
The nails.
Yeah, you think so? All right, thanks, Matt.
Sure.
Well, Sports Director Billy Weaver is up next with reaction from ECU head football coach Ruffin McNeil about the team's recent invitation to play in the Birmingham Bowl. Plus, Chris Obarski made the trip to Chapel Hill today for the annual High School Football State Championship press conference. Billy and Chris will run down this weekend's state title matchups next in sports.
Now get your weather throughout the day on Your Country 95.1 WRNS from WITN, your breaking news and weather authority. It's Breakfast with Santa at the Greenville Museum of Art. Come out Saturday, December 13th for breakfast between 9 and 11 a.m. It's Breakfast with Santa. Visit gmoa.org for all the details.
Thinking of joining a gym this year? Become a member of Vidant Wellness Center. The first 200 people who join receive free enrollment. Make a lifestyle change and end failed resolutions. Our professionally accredited staff will help you transform into a new and better you. Be one of the first 200 people to join free. Call or visit Vidant Wellness Center today.
Once upon a Christmas Eve.
Daddy, are you sure he's coming?
He'll show.
I got a cookie.
Jackson & Sons.
Thanks for coming out. It's a terrible night to be without heat.
We'll get you warmed up in no time.
Count on Jackson & Sons for all your heating needs 365 days a year, even on Christmas Eve.
Cookie?
Thanks.
Jackson & Sons, the reliable ones.
A Christmas list from New Sport Shop. Pet toys, knives, warm socks, Yeti coolers, kayaks, fishing reels, boots and shoes, waders, duck calls, warm jackets, Guy Harvey clothing, warm hats, gun cases, clay target throwers, outdoor cookers and cast iron pans, trolling motors, life vest, news gift cards, sleeping bags, mess kits, tents, backpacks, and free gift wrapping. Just a few of our favorite things. At New Sport Shop in Kinston, we've got your Christmas gear.
Whether you're in your reproductive years or just productive years, being in the best health and feeling well is important. Greenville Women's Clinic offers treatment for abnormal bleeding, pelvic pain, and fibroid tumors. We provide innovative medical solutions and minimally invasive procedures, such as endometrial ablation, hysteroscopy, and robotic surgery. For procedures that can be done in our office, we offer mobile anesthesia. Experience counts. That's why generations of women trust Greenville Women's Clinic, where your health is our utmost priority.
WITN Sports is brought to you by Hardee's, introducing the Mile High Bacon Thick Burger, stacked high with thick cut bacon, new at Hardee's.
Welcome back, everyone. Yesterday, ECU head football coach Ruffin McNeil found out his team will play in the January 3rd Birmingham Bowl against SEC opponent Florida. It's the 8th bowl appearance in the last 9 years for the Pirates. Coach Ruff met with the media today and says he's excited to head back to postseason play.
Looking forward to preparation, looking forward to playing, looking forward to going down and playing another time, playing again. I really am. I'm excited about it. I'm pumped. I'm trying to hold back a little bit, but I'm fired up, ready to go.
Now, East Carolina senior receiver Justin Hardy will head into the Birmingham Bowl as the 5th winner of the Burlsworth Trophy. The award is given to the nation's most outstanding player who began his career as a walk-on. A 4-year starter out of West Craven High School, Hardy has caught more passes than any other player in FBS history. Heading into his final collegiate game, Hardy ranks 2nd nationally in receptions and 5th in receiving yards. Well, a number of future college football players will close out impressive seasons this weekend in both Raleigh and in Winston-Salem for 8 different state championship games. All 16 head coaches involved gathered today in Chapel Hill for the state championship press conference. Chris Obarski was also there and has more.
Billy, the best high school football teams in the state were in Chapel Hill here today for the state high school football championships press conferences. They were sitting down answering questions from the media, and interestingly enough, it'll be the first time in more than 20 years that a state championship hasn't been held across town at Keenan Stadium. We talked to all the head coaches today, and they don't mind. They're just glad to be playing in the big game.
It's a privilege to play in a state championship, and it's a testament to all of these teams how hard they work in the off season. It's just not something that you just do.
The end of the season here is the ultimate goal, and to see the look in the eye and the smile on the face Friday night, knowing that they were going to get a chance at it, makes all the hard work and time worthwhile.
When you come up here and they start talking, call your name out, and you get a little tear to the eye, you know that you still love it, and the passion's still there after 35 years. It's fantastic.
We'll, of course, have you covered on all 5 teams that are playing in the state championships from the WITN viewing area throughout the week. Reporting in Chapel Hill, Chris Obarski, WITN Sports.
And as Chris mentioned, there are 5 area teams playing for state titles this weekend, starting in Class 4A, where the New Bern Bears will take on Charlotte Catholic Friday night at 7:30 in Winston-Salem. The game will take place at BB&T Field. The Havelock Rams, they'll try for a 4th consecutive Class 3A state title on Saturday at 4 p.m. in Raleigh. The 14-1 Rams will take on 15-0 Crest High School out of Shelby. It's the Chargers' 4th appearance in the state title game in the last 5 years. Also on Saturday at 4 o'clock in Winston-Salem, it's Washington taking on unbeaten East Lincoln. It's Washington's first trip to the state title game in football. Their only loss of the season was at the hands of Havelock. The Plymouth Vikings are back in the state championship game for a 3rd straight year as the 14-1 Vikings take on 15-0 Robbinsville. The Black Knights are in the state title game for a 13th time, but first championship visit since 1992. In the Class 1 AA state championship game has come down to Wallace Rose Hill and Starmount. The Bulldogs will make a 7th appearance in the state title game, but first since 2010, the Rams making just their 2nd appearance. They beat North Edgecombe for the 1A state title back in 1998. So a lot of teams that are in it, 4 of the teams that are in the state championships from our area this year have that experience. Washington, they haven't been there, so that's going to be fun to watch to see if Washington can get a 16th consecutive win this weekend.
Well, it's going to be interesting, and I love to see our local teams for these state championships, so I'm wishing them all the best.
That's right, we are too, and we'll have it all covered for you throughout the week.
All right, thanks so much, Billy. Well, Matt's going to cover the weather for us. We're going to see where some showers may pop up or where it may stay cool for the rest of our week. We'll check with Matt in just a moment, so stay with us.
Closed captioning for WITN News is brought to you by your local Toyota dealers.
Mrs. Santa here with the wish list for the outdoorsman on your list. For fishermen, find tackle, reels, nets, poles, and hooks. For boaters, there are cushions, tools, maps, and books. For hunters, find ammo, camo blinds, and guns. Just about everything under the sun. From clothing and gear, glasses, and more, there are so many things for you in store. If you like something that floats, there are plenty of boats. Take it from me, Greenville Marine even has a key.
I want to extend a very special invitation to everyone in Eastern North Carolina to come to Farmville and help us celebrate our 107th Christmas. Not only do we have one of the largest selection of fine home furnishings, decorative accessories, pictures, lamps, and mirrors in Eastern North Carolina, but we also have one of the largest gift shops and Christmas shops that you'll find anywhere in the East. Now's a great time for you to grant us our Christmas wish. Come visit with us, and remember, at Farmville Furniture Company, the gift wrapping's always free.
Get news and weather now at WITN.com.
Are you afraid to answer the phone because of bill collectors? A Chapter 13 plan can help. Chapter 13 allows people with too many bills to work out a debt repayment plan under federal law. It helps you control your debts instead of your debts controlling you. Chapter 13 stops creditors from harassing you and stops repossessions and foreclosures. It allows you to answer the phone again without fear or worry. Call H. Frank Allen, Attorney at Law, a debt relief agency providing bankruptcy relief under the Bankruptcy Code.
Need new tires?
Really?
Choose Pews. Need them rotated and aligned?
Mm-hmm.
Choose Pews. Need service?
Really?
Choose Pews. For oil changes, tune-ups, engine repairs, you name it, really. And right now, choose Pews and get an oil and filter change for only $24.99. And when you choose Pews, your tire rotation is always free. Really.
For quality tires and automotive service you can trust, choose Pews, where your first price is the right price, guaranteed.
Really.
Well, Matt is back with a final look at the forecast, and I was talking about the windy conditions and how I can't find some of my Christmas decorations. Hopefully the wind will slow down so I can put them back up.
Well, it's a northerly wind.
Okay.
So you want to look to your south if anything blew off the roof or
good point,
possibly the lawn. Here's a look at some of the showers kind of working their way through the area. Now moving inland, I'll zoom this back out. A few of these showers will make their way through mainland Dare and Hyde County, Columbia and Plymouth. Some light to moderate showers. Just be ready overnight tonight for the chance of some rain. Of course, that full 8-day forecast is over on WITN.com.
All right. Thanks, Matt.
Sure.
Thanks so much for allowing us in your homes tonight. NBC Nightly News is next. We'll see you back here at 11.